सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। In the chanting portion, we are in fifth Anuvaka of Brahmananda Valli that we will chant. Then with Shatipata, we will start our study of the Upanishad. Om Vijnanam Yajnam Tanute Karmani Tanute Picha Vijnanam Deva Sarve Brahma Jeshtamupasate Vijnanam Brahma Chedveda Tasmat Chenna Pramadyati Sharire Papmano Hitva सर्वान् कामान् समश्नुत इति तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य तस्माद्वा एतस्माद्विज्ञानमयात् अन्योन्तर आत्मानन्दमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविधताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य प्रियमेव शिरः मोदो दक्षिणपक्षः प्रमोद उत्तरपक्षः आनन्द आत्मा ब्रह्मपुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति असन्नेव स भवति असद्ब्रह्मेति वेद चेत् अस्ति ब्रह्मेति चेद्वेद सन्तमेनन्ततो विदुरिति तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य अथातो प्रश्नाः उता विद्वां नमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चन गच्छति आहो विद्वानमुं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चित् समश्नुता शोकामयत बहुस्यां प्रजा येते सतपोतप्यत सतपस्तप्त्वा इदगं सर्वमसृजत यदिदं किञ्च तत् सृष्ट्वा तदेवानुप्राविशत तदनुप्रविश्य सच्चत्यच्छाभवत निरुक्तं च निरुक्तं च निलयनं च निलयनं च विज्ञानं च विज्ञानं च सत्यं चानृतं च सत्यमभवत् यदिदं किञ्च तत्सत्यमित्याचक्षते तदप्येष श्लोको भवति अभयप्रतिष्ठा असद्वा इदमग्र आसीत् ततो वै सदजायत तदात्मानग्गः स्वयमकुरुत तस्मात् तत्सुकृतमुच्यत इति यद्वै तत्सुकृतं रसो वै सः रसगह्येवायं लब्ध्वानन्दी भवति को ह्येवान्यात् कः प्राण्यात् यदेष आकाश आनन्दो न स्यात् एष ह्येवानन्दयाति यदा ह्येवैष एतस्मिन् दृश्येनात्म्ये निरुक्ते अनिलयने वयं प्रतिष्ठां विन्दते अतसो भयं गतो भवति यदा ह्येवैष एतस्मिन्नुदरमन्तरं कुरुते अथ तस्य भयं भवति तत्त्वेव भयं विदुषो मन्वानस्य तदप्येष श्लोको भवति भीषास्माद्वातपवते भीषोदेति सूर्यः भीषास्मादग्निश्चेन्द्रश्च मृत्युर्धावति पञ्चम इति सैषानन्दस्य मीमांसा भवति युवा स्यात् साधु युवाध्यायकः आशिष्ठो दृढिष्ठो बलिष्ठः तस्येयं पृथिवी सर्वा वित्तस्य पूर्णा स्यात् स एको मानुष आनन्दः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. We will chant this tomorrow. Om. Let us chant Shanti Mantra and also the first three mantras. Om Atha Krishna Yajurvedantargata Taittiriya Aranyantargata Taittiriya Upanishad Shanti Mantraha. Om Shanno Mitraha Shamvarunaha Shanno Bhavatvaryama Shanna Indro Bruhaspatihi शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतो तद्वक्तारमवतो अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. What we are studying in this Upanishad or any Upanishad is the Brahma Vidya or the Atma Vidya. Yes, we will be taught all this by the Guru. But while listening from the Guru and while ourselves studying, what is required is all our faculties should be firm and intact. It can be achieved to great extent by our own discipline. More than that, it is the presiding devatas whose grace when we invoke, then all these manabuddhi, chitta, ahankara, antakarana adi will be so intact that we will be able to pursue this Brahma Vidya fruitfully, successfully. And also we have to tune to the Guru, to the Shastra, to the theme in the Shastra, and we have to tune to ourselves also. All these are achieved by this invocatory mantra, of whom the meaning will be told by Bhagavan in the Bhashya after the Sambandha Bhashya. That time exhaustively we study. But right now, in this Mitra, Varuna, Aryama, all these devatas are prayed to be Sham, to be blessed on us, so that all our faculties are very healthy, intact, useful for the purpose of study of the Brahma Vidya. After that, Sri Adi Shankara Bhagavan, the Bhashyakara, gave us in three mantras the three most beautiful undertakings or aspects. The first one was saluting the theme itself, the Parabrahma, the Atma Tattva. And who makes us understand it, who makes us inspired to walk on that path, who is the one who is continuously helping on this path, is the Guru Tattva, the Guru Parampara, the Guru Deva. Therefore, in the second mantra, all of them are saluted. Then we must also know what we are studying and what is taught in the Upanishad and what is its final outcome and who is the fit qualified adhikari. Therefore, in this third mantra, he has given us those details. So the first mantra was Yasmat Jatam Jagat Sarvam Yasminneva Praliyate Yene Dandharyate Chaiva Tasmai Jnanatmane Namaha. Our salutations to that Jnana Swarupa Atma Tattva. Our salutation to that Jnana Swarupa Atma Tattva is by becoming one with it. How do we become one with it? By discovering its oneness. What is the difference that is there in it, in which we have to discover the oneness? The entire world. Then how do you discover the oneness between him and the world? By discovering that the appearance of the world and maintenance of the world and dissolution of the world, when it is discovered that all of them are happening because of this Jnana Atma, then the difference between the Jnana Atma and the world is dissolved. Thus, the entire world is nothing but the Jnana Atma. That experience comes, that is called salutation. That is why in the beginning itself, Yasma Jatam Jagat Sarvam. So whole world which you are seeing in inner and outer is born from him only. Yasmineva Praliyate, and it is dissolving in that only every moment as well as ultimately. Yena idam dharyate, even in the sthiti kala, it is supported in and through only by that one Paramatma. When this we know, literally, deeply, meditatively, then we can discover that nothing but this Atma alone is there, in whom all these are imagined, projected. What is that Swarupa of the Atma? Is it a Vastu? Is it a Shabdaspara Rupa Sagandha? Is it an emotion? Is it a concept? Is it an idea? No, no. It is Jnana Swarupa. It is Jnapti Swarupa. It is Shuddha Chaitanya Swarupa. Therefore, Tasmai Jnana Atmane. So, by becoming one with that in the first beginning, by understanding its presence and its ultimateness, later on by meditation, recognizing it as myself, I am completing my salutation to him. Tasmai Jnanatmane Namaha. In every namaskara in the world outside, the namaskara maintains the duality. But when it comes to namaskar to the Atma Tattva, when we discover our identity with that, then only the namaskara is truly done. So that is our first mantra. And in the second one, we salute to all the Rishimuni who just gave up the world, sat on the seat of meditation, discovered the Atma Vastu, the Mukti giver, and they didn't satisfy themselves by that. They invoked the grace of that infinite, the Anubhava which they got, the sadhana which they did, all of them expressed through them in the form of the mantras, which are called as the Veda mantras or Vedanta mantra Upanishad, and those mantras they went on teaching through the parampara and till us those mantras have come. And other than that presence of Guru Parampara and their passing on this knowledge, today we would have not got this information that there is Brahma Tattva which we have to gain it, and all that is done through the sadhana, and the one who inspires us about that sadhana as well as all this is the Shastras, and Shastras are these, and please come to us, we teach you this. You learn the Shastra and be on that path of self discovery. This would have never happened without the presence of the Guru Tattva and Guru Parampara and our own Guru. Therefore, second mantra's need of saluting them. Saluting those gurus is not for the guru. It is for us to create that humbleness. It is for us that to create that surrender, without which the obedience will not be there. Without the obeying the teachings of the guru, we don't take them as an adesha and do sadhana. Without doing sadhana, we can't discover the self, which alone is the cause of mukti. That is why Yairime Gurubhi Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakyatah Sarva Vedantaha Ta Nityam Pranatosmyaham. The gurus by whom the Vedantas were expounded right from the beginning of creation till now, to all of them our salutations. How did they do the Vyakhyanam of it? Pada Pramana, Vakya Pramana. These two belong to the Vedas. Then third one is what? Pada Vakya Pramanata. Pada and Vakya belong to the Upanishad, and Upanishad or Vedanta itself is obviously Pramana. And the third Pramana with which they told is their own Anubhava. So all the Vedanta Vakyas they have explained to us. One, word by word explained. Two, sentence end by explained. Third, their explanation was not theoretical, intellectual, entertainment. Pramanata means Anubhava Pramanata. See, Padavakya Pramana is with the authority of Shastra. Padavakya already belongs to Shastra. Pramana we can talk it as Anubhava Pramana. So that Anubhava Pramana of the Guru makes him Brahmanishta. Padavakya makes him Shrotriya. Therefore, a Shrotriya Brahmanishta Guru, so who explained to us the Veda Vedanta right beginning, our wholehearted remembrance of all of them and our extension of gratitude to them and our reverential salutation and surrender to them. And then we invoke their divine power, which they have put in this world as a result of their tapasya, telling that whoever are devoted to us or surrender to us or at least pray to us, all this our anugraha tapashakti go to them for the sake of their own intellectual inquiry of the Shastra or the Tattva or the truth, which should help them in discovering the self. So this invocatory mantra or these pranams done to the Guru Parampara invokes their tapashakti and anugraha, which makes our manobuddhi so wonderful that we are able to understand or study and understand all the Vedanta mantras for which purpose they are taught. Therefore, Guru Namaskara is done in second one. Third mantra we have seen ki why this Upanishad and what is this Upanishad. It is what? Taittiriya Sarasya. This is the Sara essence of in the entire Taittiriya Aranyaka. They might be telling so many things before that, but this is the Sara of it. The entire Aranyaka, the Kanda, has this as a Sara. Then Maya Acharya Prasadataha, by me and which me, who has got the Prasad of the Acharya. So his Acharya Govindapada taught this Upanishad to him, gave him that experience also by his grace, and also empowered him to say that, oh dear Shankara, you now write the commentary on this Taittiriya Upanishad. So the Guru Govindapada, Gaudapada, they were in different work and category. But the work of exhaustively writing Bhashya to all the Prasthana, etc., was given to Shankara or taken by the Shankara or Bhagavan Shiva happened to come in that form and do this job. But he knows, like Vivekananda, went all over the world and did so much of work. How did he do it? By the grace of his Guru, Paramahamsa Ramakrishna. Why didn't Ramakrishna go? He will not go. He need not go. He will empower Vivekananda. He will do the work. Why didn't Thapar Maharaj move all over the world? He will not. Why should you ask it? He's a Mahajnani. Wherever he is there, everything is there. But he will empower Gurudev. Gurudev will do the work. So too Bhagavan Shankara did. That's what is Maya Acharya Prasadata. It is the prasad of the Acharya that who put me on the path, who made me walk on the path, who made me reach the goal. He is the one who has ordered me and as well as empowered me. For what? To write commentary on this Taittiriya Upanishad. Why? Because the entire Sara of the entire Taittiriya Aranyaka there. And then Vispashta Artha Ruchi Namhi. And those who want have the ruchi, the taste or the interest to know the artha or the meaning, Vispashta Rupena, clearly, unambiguously exhaust. That means the Taittiriya Upanishad Bhashya Adi Shankara gives exhaustive spashta artha to the entire Upanishad for the sake of those who want to grasp that meaning. And then when that deep meaning is grasped, definitely that leads to the mumukshata of that listener and also empowers him with all the sadhana to be done. And with the knowledge and practice, that mumukshu or jignasu or sadhaka will definitely get the siddhi, which is the essence or purpose of every or any of the Upanishad, the siddhi of Brahma Atma Ekatva Bodha or Anubhuti. Therefore, Vishpastartha Ruchinam hi Vyakya Yama Samyak Praniyate. This commentary has been beautifully expressed through me or given by me by the prasada of my own Guru and the Guru Parampara. In the second one, the Guru Parampara is saluted. Third mantra, his own immediate Guru is saluted. And what is contained in the Shastra is told, and why it is told, and for whom it is told, that also explained. So, Taittiriya Sarasya. Are you ready for knowing the Sar of the Taittiriya? Then you study the Bhashya. If not, it won't help you. You need not study. And who gave you Acharya Prasadataha? And who will give us also? Again, our own Acharya, when he is become Prasanna, he will explain it to us. Then Vishpastartha Ruchinam, those who want to know the exhaustive meaning of this one. Iyam Vyakya Samyak Praniyate. This Vyakyana is given. No. After this way, chanting the Shanti Mantra and also seeing in these three mantras what Bhagavan Shankara gave the Upodghata, which shows how great, grand, glorious these Mahatmas in their maturity as to how beautifully they put in the summary form the themes as well as the sankalpas as well as qualification with all the humbleness, with all the humility. Now, in the next portion, for the next 2, 3, 4 pages, before the commentary for the Shanti Mantra, which is first Anuvaka, begins. After that, again, Siksham Vyakya Syamaha, those mantras commentary come. Before that, in these 3, 4 pages, Bhagavan Shankara is addressing a very crucial, important point. No, like in any agenda, any meeting, the secretary or who is the committee, he says, these are not the things we are here to discuss. We are here to discuss, these are the points. Please focus on that. You yourself also do homework and give the idea so that we will discuss and come out with substantial understanding, he says. Here also Bhagavan Shankara addressing a basic issue. with whom those people who are not interested religion, not interested in knowing and doing due efforts for knowing the Paramatma. परमात्मा को पाने के लिए जो जरूरत मेहनत है नहीं करना चाहते हैं, addressing them. Second point is the same people are interested in only doing a variety of the karma because they are finding taste in that, they are finding ruchi in that. It gave lot of laukika phala to them and they got habituated to it. Okay. Third one is one without doing this due sadhana which is required for that. First point. Second is and through whatever routinely they are doing, with that only they want to achieve. The theme of the Upanishad is called as mukti. So, in this introduction Bhashya, what Bhagavan trying to say is the mukti can be achieved by anyone when he comes out of his interest or the habit of what he is routinely involving in the karma chakra. And also, never ever imagine that the Atma Anubhava also comes without any effort. Though in the Atma there is no effort at the final stage because it is infinite, all pervading, nothing to be gained, nothing to be lost. After reaching it, there is nothing to do. But to do experience the Atmavastu, each of us we have to become Kankanabadha and do the sadhana as given to us by the Guru Parampara, not as you think. So, what is the question here by the Purva Pakshi? बिना कोई मेहनत का परमात्मा मिलना चाहिए या वो मेहनत से परमात्मा मिलना चाहिए जो मैं ऑलरेडी कर रहा हूं. व्हाट इज शंकरास आर्गुमेंट? दो जो काम तुम ऑलरेडी कर रहे हो उससे परमात्मा नहीं मिलेंगे एंड जो यहां बताया करने को वो करने से ही मिलेगा. Now, how it should be understood by you and me, a commoner? It is like this: कि we all want mukti first of all from all bondages. Second, we don't want to give up our routine samsara of involvements. And we don't want to take up that path of mukti as prescribed by the Mukta Purusha. Like it is, I want to be healthy, but I don't want to give up the habitual wrong eatings, etc. And I don't want to take up the medicine. Is it not? It's clear? Doctor gave medicine for health. I don't want to take it. And doctor told to avoid these things. I don't want to avoid it, but I want health. See that that means what? What Shankara is conveying is everyone are caught up in these two things. Therefore, the seeking of mukti is not fulfilling in their life. Therefore, he is addressing it in the beginning itself. And it's very technical and it is addressed to the people of that time. They're not modern like us, but they are very highly sharp and shrewd and have their own questions or doubts or objections raised, asking Shankara to accept what they say, that we want to get mukti in our way and we don't want to follow your way. He says, in that way, mukti won't happen, in this way only it will happen. So, this is what is. Now, second point is what you have to understand is each of the jivas, you and I, in this world, as long as we are alive, we have the abilities, capacities of our upakaranas, of antakarana, the indriya, manabuddhi. And we have the aham in us. And we have the kartrutva abhimana in us. And we keep on doing karma. Okay. Now, there are three types of karmas mainly. Three, kabhi panch kehte hain. So, three only we talk. What are the three? One is nitya karma. Second is kamya karma. Third is nishiddha karma. Clear? Nitya, Kamya, Nishiddha, these are the actions. Two more are Naimityaka karma and Prayaschitta karma. Five of them. The Prayaschitta karma is whenever you do mistake for atonement, some prescriptions are given, we do it. That's all condition. Only when you do this commit sin, to clear it, it is done. So, उसको ज़्यादा discuss नहीं करते. And Naimityaka karma is included in the Nitya only. Therefore, Nitya Naimitika is one. In this text, it is talked that way. Therefore, I am summarizing it. नित्य नैमित्तिक एक हो गया, काम में एक हो गया, निषिद्ध कर्म एक हो गया. So this person is interested in his attention on only on that. So he is so much obsessed by karma of his earlier type that he is not able to give it up. And this karma which is done to me, which is to be done for Atma Jnana, where we do the Shravanam, where you, after listening, you do this mananam of what is heard, and through that mananam, you get convinced about the nityata, satyata of the Paramatma, then the anityata, mithyatva of the Jagat and Jiva, and then in the Nididhyasana, the Jagat, Jiva, Ityadi are rejected by Neti Neti, and Ham Brahmasmi, Ekameva Dvayam Brahma, Satgana, Chitgana, Ananda Brahma, alone is true, and I am that. This kind of Anvaya, he doesn't want to do. And without doing this deep sadhana of Anvaya Vyatireka on the seat of meditation, the Vyatireka of the Anatma and Anubhava of the Atma will not happen. Before that, a contemplation is required. Before you embark on the contemplation, you have to do the reflection called Mananam. And for the Manana, you have to do the Shravana from the Guru. He doesn't want to go to the class. Shravan nahi karna, Upanishad ka. He doesn't want to do manana because after Shravan only can do mananam. Then after Shravan manana only you enter into the mood of Nididhyasana. Then only the self is experienced. It is so subtle. This fellow doesn't want to do all, and he wants to do all his nitya karma of the yajna, yaga, upasana, going to the temple. Other than this, everything is doing. Everything that also is noble. But that will give you punya, that will give you sarga, but not the moksha which is gained only through Atma Jnana. That point is not understanding. So Shankara Bhagavan is trying to explain to him. And ultimately, he understand, whoever understand, they come to this and they do it. लाइक जो मैं कर रहा हूँ वही करूँगा, उसी से मुझे मुक्ति मिलना चाहिए। ऐसा नहीं होता, जो तुम कर रहे हो छोड़ो, ये जो बता रहे वो करो, तभी मुक्ति मिलेगी। See, this is not insistence from Shankara's standpoint. It's not insistent from doctor's standpoint that you give up that food, take up this food, and take this medicine. He's not that way biased. It's not that way selfish. That is the way. You want health, this is the condition. I'm not forcing you. I'm not telling you emotionally. डॉक्टर का कहना जो होता है बेटा ये मत खाओ और ये दवा लो, इज इट एनी टेकिंग अवे ऑफ आवर फ्रीडम बाय हिम? इज ही कंपेलिंग इट ऑन दैट? That is the way the health is gained. He is putting the facts. Please sympathize with the doctors when they tell us not to eat this, that, and tell us to take this medicine. What is the sympathizing? It's not telling, they are telling us to refrain our freedom of eating whatever we want. No, no, no. You want health, that's the prescription. So do you want moksha? And that's the prescription. Take it that way. As long as we don't take it that way and we try to understand it emotionally, we only find fault with the Guru and Shastra, saying that they are unnecessarily binding my freedom, so I don't want to do them. Like with the parents tell children, beta subah उठ के पढ़ो. If that child take it emotionally, he says मेरे को ये सोने नहीं दे रहे, ये मेरे शत्रु है, मैं तो सोऊंगा ही. His track of thinking only totally will be negative and wrong. If he starts this way emotionally, but if he knows, no, they are my well-wishers, they want me to get good marks, so morning is a fresh time to get up and study. Therefore, they are telling me, either emotion ka hai, and it's a fact. If he understands like that, he will get up and he tells mother, if I can't get up, you wake me up, I'll study. And when she wakes him up, he gets up, freshness, fresh wash कर लिया, तुरंत पढ़ेगा भी. Same way, our Rishi Muni Guru are our the only well-wisher. They want us to get that mukti. And they gained that for themselves. They gave us a prescription of doing this and avoiding that. And do it by avoiding that. You reach out. Take it that way. And that will come to us only when the first three mantra में बताया जो attitude हम develop करते हैं. Where we have saluted the Jnana Atma, where we have saluted the Guru Parampara, where we have saluted our own Guru with respect and reverence, then it clicks to us that we have to follow what they say in our interest. So I just in a nutshell told you what is there in the entire in Bhashya or Sambandha or Anubandha Bhashya. Now it's very intricate, very technical, very sublime, very subjective. Still we will study it. आई तो बताया मैं ऊपर से इसमें क्या डिस्कशन होने वाला है. Now when we discuss it now, how much ever you are able to grasp it. If not, just try to grasp, listen, let it pass on. आगे चलने दो. So what is the way he begins is, Upanishad started in that Taittiriya Aranyaka. In this Upanishad, Brahma Vidya is taught. I am going to comment on that. Before this starting of Upanishad, in the Upanishad itself, the other two aspects of the Nitya Karma, Kama Karma, etc. are talked. And that is being done. And it is ended with by the disciple. That is why only he started Upanishad. So a guru teaching Veda. In that Veda, he took Krishna Yajurveda. In that Krishna Yajurveda, he took Taittiriya Aranyaka. In the Taittiriya Aranyaka, he started teaching chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 6 chapters, he dealt with all the things other than the Upanishad. What is the other thing? About your Nitya Karma, Kamya Karma, everything is done. That is done with, it is over, therefore the Guru is taking Upanishad. When this point came, the limitations of all that, so that that has to be given up and you have to enter into the new field, that is explained here by Shankara in the beginning. When he was telling that, the one who has not completed that and withdrawn from that got a doubt or even an inquisitiveness, or he says, मैं ये छोड़ना नहीं चाहता हूँ, उसके साथ मुझे ये पाना है. Guru will explain to us, Shankara Bhagwan, ऐसा नहीं होता. That thing has an end, you drop it, you have to get moksha only by Brahmanubhuti. Brahmanubhuti comes only by the Brahma Vidya. And from Brahma Vidya, this is the process you have to follow of Shravana Manana Nididhyasana. You have to do the Shravanam only of the Brahma Vastu. You have to do the Mananam only of Brahma Vastu, Dhyanam only that. Other than that, anything else you take, you get that thing, but not Brahma Jnana. This is how he will be trying to explain to that child, the disciple, the student, whoever is not bad. Is not any fun. That type insincerity nahi hai unme. But inability is there to not understand the importance of sadhana and not understanding importance of giving up what he was doing so far. And all that what he was doing was taught by the Guru only, told by the Guru only, told in the ashram only, made him done by him in the ashram only, and all of that as a sanction authority of the Shastra only, again Veda. वेद में ही बताया हुआ, गुरु ने ही बताया हुआ, गुरु ने ही ट्रेन किया, गुरु ने ही करवाया तब तक. अब उसका काम हो गया, नो यू हैव टू गो टू द नेक्स्ट वन. बट वो कहते हैं मेरे को अच्छा लग रहा है इधर, मैं यहीं रहता हूँ, इसी से मुझे मुक्ति मिलना है. नहीं होता हूँ. Let us see now. Okay, it's very simple. Wherever it is difficult, I also will try to explain, because for me also it has to become very clear and understandable, and then I can convey to you. It starts like this: Nityani adhigatani karmani. So nitya karmani adhigatani. Adhigatani means, adhigamana means explained, understood, conducted, and finished. Up to the 6th chapter of this Taittiriya Aranyaka. 7th, 8th, 9th are dealing with this 3 Valli Yukta Upanishad. Siksha Valli, Brahmananda Valli, Bhrugu Valli are the Upanishads 7, 8, 9. Up to 6th one, what was told? Nityani Adhigatani Karmani. Nitya Karmani Adhigatani. The entire topic about Nitya Karma, their requirement, their limitation, everything is told. In those days, an Nitya Karma was including what? The Yajnayaga, the Upasanas, the Guru Seva, the Ashrama maintenance, and all the outer and inner works. These are all to be done Nitya. Nitya Agnihotra hota hai, Nitya Upasana hota hai. Nitya work, whatever given in the ashrama of that is done. You feel that in the ashram, jo Nitya Karma hota tha. And you and I, the Nitya Karma of yours is taking care of your family, activities, and all of that. But you go on doing it, कितने जन्म यही करते जाओगे? इससे you may clear your responsibilities, you are dead, sir. But that is not sufficient enough to know Brahma Jnana. To Brahma Jnana, to know the Brahma Tattva Jnana, which is the cause of Mukti, you have to start coming to class, listening to class, manan karna hai ki nahi? No, if you say that I'll do the Nitya Karma only, I have to get Mukti, means you will not get it. You will get that freedom from the obligational clarity. You will get some punya, it may be, if you do it, a satisfaction will come. I have taken up my daily affairs and all the duties of mine so beautifully. And in Nitya Karma, it also includes, if you are an employee, a person, go to the office, do the work. ये सब नित्य कर्म है. If you are a member in a society, वहाँ का अपना नित्य कर्म. अब if जितना भी करो, इतना अच्छा भी करो, remember, moksha will not come. Moksha will come only through Atma Jnana. That is what we have to be clear. That is why none of us can be fully satisfied by how much ever these activities of Nitya Karma are done. And that is essential also. You can't avoid Nitya Karma. You have to habituate in that. And after that, slowly you have to introduce into your life this spirituality and increase spirituality so much that spiritual sadhana only become Nitya Karma. All of that is dissolved. Is it not? Then only the self is recognized. Then only the real moksha comes to him. So it is essential also. And that's why it was taken up in the beginning, but it is an end. It has got an end, or it has put an end. Therefore, in the seventh mantra, by putting an end to that seventh chapter, Upanishad started. So to say, what is that? Only when we finish our Nitya Karma, then we become qualified for the Atma Jnana. And then to enter into Atma Jnana, which is started in the Upanishad, we have to complete all of them. Now, the one who is never finished his Nitya Karma Ityadi alone will be in so much of obligation there itself that he will not be allowed to enter into spirituality. Okay, you have to finish them. But after finishing, unless you drop them, then also you can't enter into spirituality. And why don't you drop? Because आपको उस नित्य कर्म में मजा आ रहा है. नित्य कर्म करने से जो फल जो भी है उसको मजा आ रहा है, मैं वो छोड़ना नहीं चाहता. Then you can't come to class, you can't study Shastra. The one who's enjoying his business, his workers, his investments, his work, his lot of profits coming, पैसे डेली गिन रहे हैं, देखो आज इतने लाख मिले. How can he come to meditation? How can he study Vedanta? He should put a stop to that. No, that is necessary thing if you want to get moksha through Atma Jnana. Guru is only telling us whether you do it or not. Nobody binds. याद रखो, कोई शास्त्र हमको जबरदस्ती करता नहीं, वो सत्य बताकर छोड़ता है. यथेच्छ से तथा करो, मर्जी आपके बाद में. डोंट आस्क मी, मुझे मुक्ति नहीं मिला, मैं इतना काम किया हूं, बाद में नहीं मिलेगा. बिकॉज मुक्ति काम करने से नहीं होता है, परमात्मा को जानने से. नित्यानि अधिगतानि कर्माणि. एंड व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ नित्य कर्मा टू बी डन? We should be very clear. The Nitya Karma of the Upasana, Yajna Yaga, taking care of our duty, even taking care of family, all of them are for what? Upatta Durita Kshaya Arthani. Upatta means collected in many lives. So Durita means Papa. Kshaya Arthani means to remove them. To clear the sins which we have accumulated from so many lives. Same thing is put in another language as to clear all the debts. So Runa Vimukti, Papa Vimukti के लिए ही हमें सारा नित्य कर्म करना है. It is told. So nityani upata durtisaya kshyarthani karmani adhigatani. That is being told already in the first 6 chapters. Then there is another topic also dealt in those 6 chapters. What are they? Kamyani cha. About the kamya karma also taught up to this 6th chapter level. What is the kamya karma topic? Phalarthinam. Those who want to have this or that phala, for them these are the kamya karma that also taught. So those who want the laukika or paralaukika phala, or the other world, for them the kamya karmas of yajna yaga are told. So in everyday's work, they have the kamya karma and nitya karma. The sandhya vandana, yajna, upasana are all nitya karma, doing their duty, etc. Kamya karma, because duty means naukari vagara. With that you get the salary and you buy the things required for you, you enjoy. These 2 topics were dealt. But all this is samsara only, not moksha. Moksha is only in the Adhyatmik sadhana, in which main thing is the Brahma Atma Vidya, Brahma Atma Eka Bodha. So one has to be fully inspired for that. For that, the limitation of other things have to be told and importance of this has to be told. Shankara Bhagavan is trying for that in the beginning stage. Because when we start actual Upanishad, in that when the Brahma Vidya is taught, if we have to attend to that Brahma Vidya as taught by the Guru and Bhashyakara to get the moksha, we have to fully focus on that. No? How to do that? When our focus and attention from what we are doing earlier, when it is withdrawn. If you don't withdraw it, how can you be deep in your contemplation to know the self? That's why he's saying, Veda, a kamya nitya karma ka khatam ho chuka topic. पढ़ाई में खत्म हो चुका up to the 6th chapter. पढ़ाई में 7th chapter से we are teaching you Upanishad. But in your life also you finish off them as early as possible and enter into the spiritual sadhana. In fact, by the age of 50-55, Nitya Kamya khatam hona chahiye. Then you have to enter into the Adhyatmik sadhana. In the Adhyatmik sadhana, only Upanishad Shravanam Mananam Nididhyasanam. There you can't waste your time even for Yajna Yaga Upasana. But still you do if you are not purified fully, that is intermediate category people. जिन्होंने नित्य काम्य कर्म कर कर सारा अपना हिसाब किताब चुका दी, straight away he has to do Shravana Manana Nidhyasanam. In that only everything is there for him. He need not to do Nitya Agnihotra, Nitya Upasana. But you and I have not fully that way achieved. Therefore, we have to do Nitya Upasana and Yajna and keep on qualified and keep on studying Upanishad also. This is for us. But in actual idealistic way, finished Nitya and Kamya and all of that, no more a trace of requirement of that is there in the mind. Now you go to the Guru, Guru teaches Brahma Vidya, you do the Shravanam, then only thing is keeping on doing Mananam on that. And through the Mananam, when the conviction comes on the seat of Dhyanam, Nidhi Dhyasanam, you will do the Anatma Tiraskaranam and you do Atma Swikaranam, then you get Mukti. See, explained everything, very listen carefully. So, Nityani Adhigatani Karmani Upata Durtaya Kshayarthani Kamyani Cha Phalarthinam. Where was it taught? Purvasmin Granthe. Up to the 6 chapters of these Taittiriya Aranyaka of the Krishna Yajurveda. Okay. Now, Idanim, now what are you teaching in the further chapters? Listen carefully. Karma Upadana Hetu Pariharaya. To do the parihara, removal of hetu, the cause, which is the upadana for the karma. Means हम सबसे कर्म कराने के लिए जो उपादान कारण है, जो हेतु है, उसको निकालने के लिए, because as long as the upadana hetu for the karma is there, so long you will find interest only in the karma, you involve only in the karma, and in the karma the karta, karma, karma phala, the triputi will be there. In the karma, to get the karma phala you have to go to different janma, then you are bound. Is it not? Therefore, what is taught in the first subject is karma upadana hetu pariharaya. Removing that hetu, upadana hetu, when that is removed, there is no more interest or the need felt in our life about the karma. And how do you do that? Brahma Vidya prastuyate. Prastuyate means prastut kiya ja raha hai. What is presented in 789 is Brahma Vidya. Like, in all those maybe Mahabharata or Ramayana, when serials used to come, even in other serials also, may not be in that Malgudi days, but another thing, first 2-3 minutes, they used to give the introduction of the earlier one. In that Chanakya serial it came. Then now onward, in this today's episode, this is the thing. Like every teacher, mathematics. Yesterday what he taught, he'll tell, but uska continuation ye hai. History teacher, till yesterday we came to this part of history, today this is the one. Here also, in that Veda, in the Krishna Veda, in the Taittiriya Aranyaka, in up to the 6th chapter, these are the taught. Now, what is taught is Brahma Vidya Prastuyate. The Brahma Vidya is being presented here. What that Brahma Vidya does? It removes the Upadana Hetu for the karma. It removes the upadana hetu for the karma. Then what will happen? When the hetu is removed for the karma is not there. In fact, karma alone is binds us with the karma phala. Whereas in the pure Atma, which is given to us by Brahma Vidya, it is being infinite experience. There is nothing to be gained, there was nothing to be done, therefore there is nothing to be desired. That's called moksha sthiti. मोक्ष मतलब क्या हुआ? कहीं जाना नहीं, कुछ करना नहीं, कुछ पाना नहीं, लेकिन आनंद में रहना शाश्वत रूप से. That is called as Brahma Swarupa. And that Brahma Swarupa is me. That's called Brahma Vidya. And when it is experienced, it's called Brahma Anubhuti. So, karmanam upadana hetu pariharartham karma, idanim karma upadana hetu pariharaya Brahma Vidya prastuyate. Now, what is the hetu of the karma which Brahma Vidya removes? After which the hetu sahita karma is not there. Therefore, karma is the one which was pushing us into Janma Marana Samsara. Therefore, it is totally eliminated. You are in the Mukta Sthiti. So, you have to very intricate, you have to become, very subtle, you have to become. What is that? As long as I am a karta of a karma, so long I am bound by the karma phala. So simple. Then the karma phala bind up ho gaye, to moksha kidhar hai wo? Therefore, the new definition we have to understand of moksha is freedom from hetu sahita karma. Freedom from the hetu sahita karma. Karma with its causes. When you become free from it, then there is no samsara. Now, remember, here only we say, hetu sahita karma removal will not happen unless the Brahma Tattva is experienced. After that, there is no karana for the karma, then there is no need of doing karma and no need of chakkar of janma marana called samsara. Now, beautiful explanation. What is the hetu of the karma? What are the types of karma. And the questions put. First, Bhagavan Shankara, Bhashyakara, in his 10-12 lines, he clearly explains carefully the limitations of karma and the need of Brahma Vidya. Listening to this, because he is not able to understand or accept, this disciple puts his own questions. कि क्यों नहीं हम लगातार जो कर रहे थे करते हुए ही मोक्ष पा नहीं सकते क्या? He says not possible beta, and he is very nice. The disciple also, he tries to understand. Now one by one listen carefully and feel it at that moment. And as I said yesterday, day before, डे 3-4 दिन से हम 3-4 क्लासेस में देख रहे हैं कि whatever is said in Shastra is the factual experience of the gurus who are saying it. That experience, when we also get, we are also mukta like them. But before we come to the experience, we have to do whatever sadhana. Before that, it should become our acceptance and understanding. पहले सुना, उसका समझा, फिर उसको स्वीकार किया, फिर पहुंचे. Like I am speaking truth, therefore all the problems of falsehood have gone away. Therefore, it is always safe to speak truth. If somebody said, no, you and I heard it. No, when we hear it, we have to start owning that concept. No, we have to start practicing that concept. Na, we have to become one with that habitually. Then we are also like that person. हाँ, मैंने भी आपके कहने का 6 महीने में कोशिश करके I also came to this level. I am also speaking truth. Then all the false fears of falsehood have gone away. I am also at peace like you. So before 6 months, the Guru taught as an experience, and Shishya was listening only as a beginner. But within 6 months, he molded himself to come to the level of the one who taught. Here also, anything like Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja, it is an experience of Shankara that Sannidha Kale Samprapte, when the final time of departure comes, what does the Rakshana is only Bhaja Govindam. And what you and I are involved is in Dukrum Karane. And Dukrum Karane we are involved because we are Mudamate. So he is giving an idea. I was also like Muda, like you. I was also involving in the Dukrum Karane. Then by the grace of my Guru, I came to this maturity that Sannite Kale Samprapte Dukrum Karane Nairakshati. Then what to do? I asked him. He said, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. Having heard that, the Dukrum Karane gives mukti, that Mudamati, I dropped it. I went on doing Bhaja Govindam. Now at the Sannite Kala came to me. There is no problem of Dukrum Karana to me. I am merging in Lord. He taught this. Now, you and I, listeners, first understand that we are in Dukrum Karane. Second, we have to understand that we are in Dukkur Karane because of our Mudamati. Then Mudamati should go away. What is the going away Mudamati? So Dukrum Karane will not help us. Samprapta Kala. What helps us is Bhaja Govindam. This is theory. Then what to do? Keep on involving Bhaja Govindam so much that Dukrum Karane goes away. And at the end of the life, the Bhaja Govindam is going to save you, to take you to the Govinda Paramatma. Is it not? Example. In the same way here also, what gurus are saying is their experience. We have to come to that level of experience. But the first step is what? Well, listen and feel and try to understand from what standpoint they are saying. If that unbiased, pure intention to know what they say is not there, with a biased and conditioned mind, you will only find fault with that, or you will only accept or understand whatever you like. Such person is never called as student. स्पेशली इन द आत्मविद्या क्षेत्र. इन द अदर क्षेत्र साइंस में ना, अगर आप नहीं प्रैक्टिस करोगे, प्रॉब्लम नहीं होता उधर. इफ यू डोंट प्रैक्टिस, यू आर रिमूव्ड फ्रॉम द जॉब, दैट्स इट. बट इन फिजिकल्स भी ऐसा नहीं होता. सच कंपल्शंस आर नॉट हियर. फ्रीडम इज गिवन, बट यू हैव टू यूज द फ्रीडम प्रॉपरली. Now we will start it. Very interesting. Karma hetu kamah syatu. What is the hetu for the karma? Kamana. Very, very careful you have to be to catch each of the sentence, which we will study slowly. Karma hetu kamah syatu. So as long as we have the kamana, we cannot be without doing karma. As long as we do the karma, we cannot expect karma phala. You cannot escape karma phala. And as long as the karma phala had to come to us, janma marana we can't avoid. Yesterday in Bhagavad also same thing was spoken. Manaha prasute, नायम जनो में सुख दुख हे सित्यो न देव कात्मा घर कर्म काला मन परम कारण वामनंति संसार चक्रम परिवर्तयेत. Then manah sujati all the guna karman. Then it makes us do that work. Then accordingly it's a srutayaha. सेम श्लोका व्हाट वाज taught इवनिंग नाउ हियर आई टोल्ड यू सुबह कल में क्लास में आएगा, अब हम बता रहे हैं कि शाम को भागवत में आएगा। अब दोनों में सुनो। कर्म हेतु काम स्यात्। Now, here itself, one thing you understand: when there are no kamana, when there is no karma, what will happen to us? Kamana led karma phala may not be there, but there is an umpteen chance for knowing the reality. That is what they talk. Conversely, when you are always having kamana, when you are always doing karma, karma phala will come to you, but not Paramatma. The karma phala can be of this world, karma phala can be up to about the Indraloka, Chandraloka, anything it can be. But none of them are equivalent to Brahma Anubhava, Atma Anubhava, Tattva Anubhava, Satya Anubhava. That topic, if you forget, then you will be interested only in the karma. Here, that is why in the earlier line, what is said, Brahma Vidya Prastuyate. What is spoken in Upanishad, Atma Vidya, Tattva Vidya, Brahma Vidya, Brahmatma Ikya Bodha. That requires a different effort, different qualification. To which this set of kamana and karma is totally opposite. Therefore, you have to give it up. All that Shankara will not say. We will accept, understand it like that. He will only tell us the logics, that is. He says, karmatnaha hetuhu kamaha syatu. Karma hetu kama syat. How do you say, sir? Can you tell logic? Because pravartakatvat. Because when there is kamana, you cannot be without doing the pravartana in the karma. So too, when there is no kamana, nothing prompts you to do the action. Is it not? When you have the desire of making a tea or coffee, immediately the karma begins going to the kitchen and all. And when somebody tells you, chai bana ke pee lo, you say, मैं जाऊंगा ही नहीं because kamana नहीं है उस दिन. You understand? I am not interested in coffee, therefore you will not go into the kitchen to make it. In other words, whichever kamana is there, that only we are doing. We are not doing everything because that kamana is not there. Why are you making coffee every day? Why not tea? Because no kamana for tea and only kamana for coffee. So the kamana for coffee is making us do the karma to make coffee, and no kamana for tea is not pushing us to do the karma of making tea. So what is making us do the work of tea, coffee making? The kamana for the coffee. Why we are not doing the tea? Because there is no kamana for it. Therefore, what is the hetu for the karma? Kamana. Why? Pravartakatvatu. And in our heart, from so many lives, knowingly, unknowingly, misguided by others, have accumulated so many kamana, and to fulfill them, we are always involved in the karma. That is called as the Ajnani Jiva's Lakshana. And remember, never ever he is denied of the phala of whatever karma he is doing. But that karma phala is endful. Is it not? Again, he'll have to start from the scratch. In that chakra is going through various worlds. Then in every world there are problems, again limitation. All that put together is denying him of discovering his essential nature. Denying him of discovering the truth behind the seeming world of multiplicity. What Vedanta says, achieved by the great gurus, when you discover your own self and self of the world as one without second, that bliss is so infinite. There is no need of kamana, there is no need of karma, there is no need of karma phala, there is no need of janma marana, samsara. So, karma hetu kama syat pravartakatvat. Okay, point one. Be clear about it. Now come, suppose, he says, apta kamanam hi, the one whose all desires are fulfilled, hypothetically. Then what happens? Kama abhave, because there are no kamanas to push him in the karma, so atmani avasthanam, he will establish in his own self. And once he is established in the self, pravrutti anubhavati, there is no more pravrutti for him in the world outside. Actually, this hypothesis is the thing to be gained, to be understood. This can be kept as goal. And everybody works like this one. एंड व्हाट आर वी डूइंग? जब सारे कामनाएं मेरे पूर्ण हो जाएंगे, फिर मैं ध्यान करके परमात्मा को पाऊंगा. दैट्स व्हाट वी से. दैट इज व्हाट ही इज आल्सो सेइंग इन द बिगिनिंग, बिकॉज द थॉट इज करेक्ट बट द प्रैक्टिस इट इज डिफरेंट. What is the thought is correct? When all the desires and I can meditate on the self and know him and liberated. This the thought is correct both for the one who is a Jnani and also the Jnani or the Guru. But the practice of it is different. This karmist person thinks by continuously doing karma, the kamana is fulfilled. Then I'll finish all of them. That's what he is in an imagination. But he doesn't understand that ये खत्म नहीं हो रहा है यार, ये add हो ही जा रहा है. Here, what Atma Gnani will tell us is when all the karmas are fulfilled, you can become fit for Atma Gnana. His version is what? All the karmas are fulfilled by giving them up. Why? Because there is no end to them. You understand? Through Viveka, this Atma Gnani develop the Vairagya to the entire set of the karma phala and karma and kamana. That's the only technique. Both of them want moksha. Both of them know the moksha will come from Atma Gnana. And that will happen only through meditation and all. But that will be done only when all the kamanas are cleared or emptied. The Ajnani thinks kamanas can be emptied by working for them. But that never ends because आते रहेंगे हर बार. The Jnani understands कि kamanas will never end. They have to be put an end with Vivek and Vairagya. And also with Jignasa to have the Atma Jnana. I'll tell you the most local, common layman's language. The ordinary man comes, says, let me finish all my kamana, then I'll get Atma Jnana and become Mukta. Good. Proposition is right. He is not dishonest. The Guru says, ठीक है, थोड़ा फर्क इतना करेंगे, पहले आत्मज्ञान पाएंगे, then let us see about karma, kamanas. And the funny part is what here, beautiful funny part. When you know the Atma Vastu, it is infinite, there will be no kamana remaining. The Guru's words are really helping ones. The Bichara Shishya's words, though they are honest or sincere, but they are not working. Because if you say, I'll finish all my kamana and come to spirituality, oh my dear friend, that will not end. Just change it. First, let me know the self and we'll do the kamana later on. यहाँ क्या जादू काम करेगा? If you really enter into spirituality and discover the self as told by the Guru, it is such an infinite आत्मा अनुभव, उसके बाद कामना होगा ही नहीं, फिर प्रवृत्ति होगा ही नहीं, संसार होगा ही नहीं. Interesting point. So, apta, what is the meaning here? Apta kamanamhi means those whose all desires have ended. Ended either by fulfilling or by transcending. Fulfilling will never end. Therefore, obviously, we have to take it as transcending. Apta kamanam hi kama abhave. Because there is no kama, there is no force of pravartana. You have to add the earlier one. Pravartakatvat इधर लाके आपको जोड़ना पड़ता है. सो कर्म में प्रवर्तन करने वाले कामनाएं नहीं होने के कारण स आत्मने अवस्थानात he will be able to do establishment of his identity with the real self. Once it happens, pravritti anubhavati, because Atma Anubhava is so infinitely blissful, you don't try to enter into any pravritti. There is no need felt at all. Infinite self experience के बाद finitude is not felt inside. Therefore, to make that finitude as infinite, the desire is born in general. Such desire never comes to him. Therefore, there is no pravritti for him in the work. So, apta kamanam kama abhave atmani parishthanat pravritti anubhavati. Hypothesis. When all desires have ended, there is no gushing force to push us outside. You can focus on the self, you establish in it. Once you establish in it, it is so blissful. Therefore, pravritti anubhavati, unnecessarily you will not enter into the world of activity. This pravritti of the activity at the physical level is later. First of all, it's the psychological mind level. मन में ही नहीं होगा तो बाहर की जरूरत ही नहीं है. Now comes most important thing. आत्म कामित्वे च आप्त कामता. This is what is to be logically understood and accepted by all we ignorant people who are every day involving only in the karma fulfilling our kama. This is the only place where what gurus say, what we feel differ, where we have to shift our understanding to his understanding. We have to change ours and we have to accept them. What is the sentence I said? I'll tell it 3 times for you. Atma kamitvecha apta kamata. Atma kamitvecha apta kamata. Atma kamitvecha apta kamata. What is the meaning of it? Only when we do the Atma Kamana, be careful, and fulfill that Atma Kamana by Atma Prapti. Then only what will happen? Apta Kamata, ke all your desires will end. This is what their experience, not ours. We are not even introduced about even a topic that there is something called as Atma, of which I have to discover my identity with. That too much we are so busy in our identity with the Deha Indriyamana and their promptings and to fulfill their desires and demands working in the world outside. Absolutely zero. Spiritual, totally worldly are the activities or the nature or the involvements of such people. हमको कभी ये सूझा भी नहीं कि नाम रूपात्मक जगत के पीछे एक तत्व है और ये जो उपाधियों से व्यक्त होने वाला मेरे पीछे एक परमात्मा है. It this is a foreign subject only to us. No foreigner knows all this. Only those here in the Guru Parampara, Rishi Parampara, Vedic, Hindi और सनातन संस्कृति में जो है, only they have more chance to know. And whoever are exposed to that literature. Even in the Sanatan Dharma, those are only busy in doing the external things, never listening to Shastra. They may be at Kattar Hindus, they may be working so much for Sanatan Dharma, but unfortunately, the basic thing is they are not at all knowing what is Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan Dharma is absolute self. Absolute self is revealed in Upanishads. Keeping the Upanishadic goal of Atma Anubhava as Laksha, anything else you do valid hoga. Nahi to you are as good a samsari like anybody. Of course, on the name of I am maintaining Hinduism, or I am protecting Sanatana Dharma, or I love my Hinduism, so I am trying to do this and that. अरे बाबा पहले हिंदुइज्म को समझो. It talks of the absolute truth यार. It talks about liberation. उसको मेन पकड़ के to achieve that you do whatever. But those people don't understand and nobody can tell them. So many Hindu organizations, they everything they do, but except the real thing of Hinduism. And we can't tell them also. They were not available. Now this is $1 million point. Say it. Atma kamitve apta kamata. Means what? The desire of self, followed by pursuit of self, followed by discovery of self alone will end all desires. आत्म कामित्व आप्त कामता. Why is it so, sir? क्योंकि आत्मा ही ब्रह्मा. Again, this also experience of the Guru, which you have to believe on the strength of faith. Because Atma is Brahma, Brahma is infinite, Brahma is Ananda Swarupa according to Vedanta. Therefore, Ananda Swarupa Brahma hi Atma hai. Therefore, it is the discovery of the self is equal to discovery with the Brahma is equal to the Ananta Ananda. Therefore, there is no Kamana, therefore, Apta Kamitva. Now, here is the thing which we have to revolve at least for 5, 6, 7 minutes to get the essence. So, all of us want Anandam, yeah. All of the continuous Anandam, yeah. So, this Ananda Prapti is a desire in everyone, yeah. Everybody is trying to fulfill that desire, yeah. How? Doing this or that karma. No, the continuous Ananda, how can it come by the discontinuous karma or limited karma and also by the limited objects of the world? पहले उधर सोचो. Then what Guru is saying is, let your kamana be for the Atma. Then what will happen the Guru? The Atma kamana, when you fulfill that one, you will reach to Brahma. Why? Atma is Brahma. What is Brahma? Brahma is Ananda Swarupa. That I am experiencing, that all the saints have said. Now, when you get that Brahma, which is a Nitya, Nirantara, Ananta, Ananda, do you have any desire? You will not have. Then there is Apta Kamata achieve ho gaya. Apta Kama means freedom from desire, no? Then when there is no desire, where is the pravritti? When there is no pravritti, where is samsara? Therefore, all your struggles in samsara to get the Ananta Ananda is gained in the Brahma Ananda, which starts with the Atma Jnana. Therefore, Atma Kamitve, Apta Kamatvam, Atma hi Brahma. Therefore, what we have to seek, what we are seeking is infinite Ananda. What we have to seek to fulfill this seeking is in Atma, because Atma is Brahma, Brahma is Ananda. Why? Other than Brahma and Atma, everything is Anatma. And all that Anatma, first of all, it is Mithya. Okay, even if you imagine it to be real or existing, it is infinite, nahi hai wo. It is finite, then how can it give you? This is what we are saying. We have to revolve in this for 7, 8 times. And after intellectual feeling of it, we have to apply it to myself. What is applying to myself? Oh, the heart in me is seeking the continuous infinite bliss. To experience that infinite happiness, till now I was working outside only through the karma. And through every karma, some phala is coming, but none of them is permanent. Oh. Now the Upanishad is saying, seek the self, not the not self. Then the Upanishad says that self which you are seeking is alone is Brahma. That Brahma is Ananda Swarupa. Therefore, my desire of becoming Anandi infinitely, let me keep it intact. Only thing what I have to change is the pursuit. What is pursuit? Instead of doing the outer karma for the outer vastu, let us do the inner dhyana for the discovery of the inner Atma. When that self in me, which is beyond all the upadhis, is discovered, that upadhi rahita Atma is so infinitely Brahma that your all kamanas are fulfilled in that, because every kamana is done for Ananda and all that Ananda is there. Therefore, neither kamana nor the karma nor bandhana. That is why once we understand this aspect, then that Brahma, we listen carefully, which is beyond our own upadhis, it will be taught in this Upanishad. तो उपनिषद में क्या बता रहे हैं? पांच उपाधि, पांच कोशों के भीतर वाला आत्मा. And what is being taught throughout that? The five koshas are taught to be the anatma. Then why this panchakosha viveka is taught? To discriminate between atma and atma and reject the panchakosha as an atma and discover your own atma. And what it will be found to be? It is the Brahma. What is the Brahma's experience? Ananta Ananda. Thereafter, you don't seek Ananda, therefore there is no desire in you. There is no need of any kamya karma. There is no chakkar of birth and death. All of them were to the jiva who was ignorant of his own self. Now, when the jiva bhava ended in the atma anubhava, there is no jiva to have desire and karma. That's called as mukti. So I am in that mukta anubhava, that I am the Brahma Swarupa Ananda. Yet I as an individual with upadhi will remain. Just if I have to do any service in the world, if I have any work has to be done by the Lord through me, or till the body's prarabdha is there, which is immaterial, which is no more a samsara, which is no more a burden. Jivan Mukta, that question if it all comes, how the Jivan Mukta is conducting in the world, uske liye answer hai. He discovered the self, it is infinitely blissful. And while reaching that only, all the limitations, everything he transcended. Now in such a bliss and beatitude, that he wants nothing, he need to do nothing. Therefore, kamana, kamya karma, samsara, nothing of them are there to him. And then it only all the karmas also is burnt. Therefore, the dharma adi also he transcended. He just is there in his presence, in his own experience. Upadhis are there to take care of them, whatever food is to be given, given. If the Ishvara chooses him to do some work, it will happen. If the society needs something, it will happen. In all of that, the karma phala accepting or expecting kamana yukta jiva is not there in him. Like Puja Gurudev. When he has done the work through the samstha, was he having a desire to fulfill which he did all that? Then he is a samsari like us. There is no jiva bhava in him having a kamana to fulfill through this karma. Then what happened? This entire work is expressed through him in the service of the world. The world got benefited. He never wanted anything. He is in the infinite bliss. I mean, like when you have eaten food fully, then the guests came. Then when you serve without any desire for you to eat because you are full, but you are serving them. This is the modern technology. Earlier ऐसा नहीं होता. I will not eat till I serve the guest. After serving the guest, they used to feel, you ate well, that itself is feeling to me, I don't even feel like eating. So they transcended pranamaya kosha that way. कोई भी जो खाना परोसते हैं उनको भूख ही लगती नहीं है, because that's a beautiful spiritual experience that you are identifying with the pranamaya kosha of others and you satisfied them, you are happy with it. But modern day ऐसा नहीं है. She will eat first, then again she will eat with the husband, then after whatever is left, that also she will eat. Eat. See these 4-5 things. Again I am reading. Karmana hetuh kamaha syat pravartakatvat. Then apta kamasya Kama abhave atma pratishtha, therefore pravritti anupavati. Third point, atma kamitve apna kamatvam. Why? Atma hi Brahma. These are the sentences when you really digest what it comes outcome as. When I discover myself, I discover the Brahma. The self and Brahma are of infinite bliss. In that blissful state, I am there. Therefore, only the one who is not happy or not infinite, that means miserable and finite, alone, to remove that misery and get happiness, to get into that infinitude, he will have a desire for different objects, and to possess them, he'll have to do karma. This is called samsara. Therefore, now relate this point which we discussed yesterday. The avidya, that I am already the Ananda Swarupa, is the cause for the kamana, and kamana is cause for the karma. Karma is cause for karma phala. Karma phala is the cause for janma marana samsara. But the one who has got Atma Vidya is in such an infinite bliss. Therefore, there is no kamana, there is no karma, there is no karma phala. Therefore, there is no janma marana bandhana. Samsara nahi hai. See that? These are the things which have to again and again do mananam. Then only this very thick layers of misunderstanding or non-understanding of the necessity of spirituality, the layers would be removed. This is called contemplation. If you don't do that, you will only superficially listen. Then we will never enter into the depths of what Shastra is saying. Then we continue to be in our own world of samsara and we say, 30 साल से मैं सुन रहा हूँ कुछ फर्क ही नहीं पड़ा. अरे सुनने से काफी नहीं है बेटा, अंदर जाओ, उसका विचार करो. See, these are the ones. Atma hi Brahma. Anyway, that is experience. On the strength of Guru's words, we have to accept it. But these two, three things, Atma Kamitve, Apta Kamatvam, these are the things logically we have to come to understanding. And as long as karma is there, it is a pravritti hetu, therefore you will do the karma. So what the Brahma Vidya is doing, by giving us the infinitely blissful Atma Anubhava, it is removing the kamana, which was the cause for karma. Karma was cause for the bandhana through karma phala. That is what is the connection. Idanim karma upadana hetu pariharaya Brahma Vidya prastuyate is main sentence. That is being explained. Why should I read Brahma Vidya? For removing the hetu of the karma which is becoming cause for Janma Marana Samsara. Therefore, Brahma Vidya gives you moksha. From what? Janma Marana. And Janma Marana is done by what? Karma. Karma is done by what? Kamana. Why the kamana coming? For getting ananda. What is ananda? Your own swarupa. So what is Brahma Vidya is teaching? Your own swarupa ananda it is giving you. Thereafter, there is no kamana, there is no karma, no janma marana. That from all that bondage you are freed. That's why Brahma Vidya alone gives mukti. When that Brahma Vidya becomes our anubhava. Other than that, anything you do, you will only get bound only through janma marana. What is the bondage? You can't avoid it. Enter into a yoni, is born and going through all that drama there, and one day die. But as a human being, through this knowledge of our own essential self, which is beyond panchakoshas, there is no ignorance of the self, there is no desire, there is no karma, there is no bondage. This Upanishad is going to teach how we have to take each of the kosha and understand them and find that they are anatma and then transcend them, reach to the Atmavastu. And this all deliberate understanding and practice may need maybe 20, 15 years in one life, thoroughly if you do. And to become a stupid graduate, you are spending 17, 18 years. And to become a doctor, to treat, you are spending 12 years. मोक्ष पाने के लिए आत्मविद्या के लिए आप 10-12 साल नहीं लगा सकते क्या? Fully. That common sense everybody should have. Fully when you attend to Atma Vidya, Brahma Vidya at the feet of the Guru, exclusively, all these understandings, practices, experiences will come as truly as any other worldly knowledge you are pursuing and you are gaining and you are using and you are getting that benefit. 6 महीने कोशिश करो, you learn driving and you become a driver taxi का, फिर सबको ले जाओ, पैसे मिलेंगे. 15 years you study, you become a doctor and they treat patient, they give you money. 10 years study all the MBA, maybe LLB, LLM and all, become lawyer and do the vadanam and get money. So to Brahma Vidya, you study for some 2 decades with all sincerity exclusively, then there's a chance. Try करके देखना. Okay, karma hetu kama syatu vai pravartakatvatu. Second, apta kamanam hi kama abhave so atmani avasthanat pravritti anubhavati. In this sentence, the entire sadhana actually is indicated. What is that? Apta kamanam hi kama abhave so atmani avasthanat pravritti anubhavati. There is no more pravritti to you when you are established in the self. And how do you establish the self? When you drop the desire. So when you drop the desire, after kamanam, when they are fulfilled or transcended. Fulfillment nahi hoga, इसलिए the only way is transcending. How to transcend? By postponing them. बाद में देखें, पहले आत्मा को पाएंगे बाद में. Just like नो से आत्मा बाद में देखेंगे, पहले जगत को पाएंगे. This is what we are doing so far. Now change the thing. Let me know the self first, then let me see all the desire. You know, the first wala moha maya, you will desires will never end, so you never come to spirituality. Second, and such a beautiful thing. You reach the self whereafter there's no desire at all there again to go back to the world. All these are not external, internal, innermost. He says now, Atma Kabitvecha Apta Kamata. This is a thing to be digested. Only in the desire of self and fulfillment of the desire of self that all other desires will end. This is a fact. Then it has got two portions. All other desires will never end when they are fulfilled. Statement 1. Every desire will end when the desire of Atma is entertained and fulfilled. The first one is our experience. First and second both are the experience of the Guru. Therefore, whom we have to believe? We have to believe him. That Guru also once upon a time was trying to fulfill all desires and finish the desires. It never happened to him. Then his Guru told him, Beta, try karke dekho, discover the self and let us see. When he had the desire of self and discovered the self through the sadhana, he found that all desires ended. So, in one thing, both are common, the Guru and we Shishya. What is that? Desire fulfillment. And there is no end to the desire. Another thing we are not familiar, he is familiar, of which we have to have the faith. What is that? I try to know the self, I discover the self. It is infinite, then there is no desire to him. So the Apta Kamita is achieved through the Atma Kama by him. The same thing we have to do. And Atma hi Brahma, such a beautiful thing. Then Tad Vidaha hi Parapraptim Vakshati. And in all Upanishads, Atma Vidahi Paraprapti, Parapurushartha, Moksha ko प्राप्त करते हैं. This is being spoken in every Upanishad and in this also. Again, I am reading the sentence. Tad Vidaha hi Parapraptim Vakshati. Only the knower of the Atma are said to have achieved the Parama Purushartha of the Moksha. Knower of the Atma only achieve moksha. Non-knowers of the Atma are bound by anatma. Where do they vakshati? No, vakshati. Ataha, therefore, now, what is the conclusion by Adi Shankara? Listen. Ataha, avidya nivruttau swa atmani avasthanam paraprapti. By removing the avidya and by establishing in our own Atma Vastu, the Parapurushartha called as moksha is achieved. This is the concluding sentence. So, Atma पाने की इच्छा से, आत्म जिज्ञासा से, आत्म को पाकर मोक्ष को पाएंगे. Other than that, everything else is binding. This is what we have to come to our own conclusion, which Shankara has put for us. Again, I'll read it for you. Ataha avidya nivruttau swa atmani avasthanam paraprapti. Remove the avidya of the Atma by the Atma Vidya and establishing that Atma, then you are in the Parama Purushartha Moksha Sthiti. How do we say? Where it is said? In the same Upanishad, in the second Brahmananda Valli, in the seventh Anuvaka, we'll see in the first mantra only. What is that? Abhayam Pratishtam Vindate. He'll be experiencing in the Abhaya Ananda, Abhaya Pratishta. Abhaya means Ananda, because where there is Bhaya, there is a Dukkha. Another place, what is it? Etamanandamayam atmanavasankramati iti adi shrutehe. Again, in the second of the Brahmananda Valli, Ashtamanuvaka, Panchama mantra, it will be told, ki etam anandamayam atmanavasankramati. This is how he will transcend even the Anandamaya Kosha and enter into Atmananda and Brahmananda. After which, There is nowhere to reach or go because you have reached the summit or acme or infinite. From here, Guru Maharaj की बातें हो गया अभी. Here onward, now Purva Pakshi starts putting up his doubts, questions, which are is to be sympathized with and he should be answered. And he is not condemning what Guru said, but he is putting his own point. What he says is, without trying for Atma Vidya through Shravana Manana Nididhyasana, okay, without trying for it, means Anayasena, without those efforts, I am in the Karma Chakra now. Here only I will make some adjustments. I may get the moksha. Is it possible, sir? Guru says, nah, that's how the Guru answers. His question is what? Purva Pakshi, Kamya Pratisiddhayoho Anarambhatu Arabdasya च उपवेगेन क्षयातु. पॉइंट 2 3 नित्य अनुष्ठानेन प्रत्यवाय अभावातु. तीसरी पॉइंट, ये तीन जब मैं करूंगा तो अयत्नतः एव स्व आत्मनिवस्थानम, तो effortlessly I can establish in the self, which is called moksha by you. So it is achieved like that. That way also can be moksha achieved, which will be denied tomorrow. We will exhaustively take up this. Now, this drama or this study of this portion appears to be relevant to us. So, Swamiji, why didn't you start straight away the mantras? But my dear friend, this is the main thing where we have to understand to remove our misunderstandings. तभी जाकर एक नया वाला, तभी जाकर के main Upanishad हम पढ़ सकते हैं. Now, these are the eternal doubts we will have unless they are answered. See, if you don't answer the subjective doubts, we will always be in the doubts only. Like my mind was the cause of all problem. This topic is introduced yesterday in the Bhikshu Gita. Now, if this, you don't address this basic thing, throughout life will be only suffering outside and inside. One day we have to take up the challenge. Oh, mana param karanam amananti, samsara chakram parivartit. आप उसके ऊपर तुम दिमाग लगा के लगने दो 2 साल 5 साल. But if you sort it out, the problems are solved for once for all. Here also, these are the valid, genuine doubts that will be answered lovingly only. What he says is the obstacles for moksha are karma. Okay. Then I am transcending all the karma by these processes. Yeah. Then I'll establish in Atma effortlessly. Then why not me focus on this karma only? Why should go to study the Upanishad, try to understand Brahma Vidya through the Upanishad mantra? ये अपने आप हो जाएगा ना. Then Guru will say, अपने आप दोनों चीज नहीं हो सकते. It is not as easy as you said to transcend kamya, nitya, nishidha, naimitya karma. Equally, you can't avoid this Brahma Vidya pursuit of Sravana, Manana, Nididhyas. Anybody even doesn't follow Shastra, he is doing Manana only, no? Manan to koi chod hi nahi sakta. Only through Manana, the knowledge becomes conviction. Only through Nididhyasana, the conviction knowledge becomes experiential for anybody of any religion. You understand? They may have a different way of speaking their language. We are given by our wishes in this language. उनका इनका language important नहीं है. Through that what is taught. But ours being ancient and authentic and coming through parampara, and we accept this tradition, it becomes easy for us. That's how it is. Okay. Then how the Siddhanti will answer, that we'll see. So here, 1, 2, 3. 3 are the questions the disciple will ask or Purva Pakshi. Or he will raise an objection or he will put up his point. Bhagavan will explain. We'll do it 1 or 2 days. आज का एक तो देखा ना हमने? How nicely we gave the introduction of 4 are the karmas that are there. As long as we are in the karma, we are in bound. What we need Atma, the Nirantara Ananda. Ananda is in the Atma Vastu only. But instead of meditating on the self, why we are becoming extroverted? Because of our karma. And who is the one who is creating karma in us? Kamana. Is it not? And how to transcend kamana, after which we can transcend the karma? Only by doing the kamana for the Atma. So, the Atma Kamitva alone leads to Apta Kama. How do you say it? Because Atma hi Brahma. What is the authority? The Shastra said, Avayam Pratishtaham Indate. And then, by removing the Avidya Atma to gaining the Atma Vidya, when we get the Paraprapti, then only we get the Paraprapti called as Moksham. And the rishis and gurus of our Shastra, they don't speak truth, untruth, because they are not the speakers. Through them, the truth is revealed. This is our today's essence. And such these things So in one go we have to understand, but our mind intellects being in variety of sattva and tamas and rajasi guna, we are not able to grasp. Therefore, you and I for 1 or 2 years do all this sadhana to make our mana sukshma and ekagra and shuddha. With that, when you study Upanishad, the meaning is so obvious. Contemplation is so immediate. The experience is so spontaneous. उपाधियों को ठीक नहीं करोगे, आधे दिमाग से सुन रहे हैं, अश्रद्धा से सुन रहे हैं, एकाग्रता नहीं है, तो बात घुसेंगे ही नहीं. अब जब नहीं घुसेगा तो लगता है कि हेवी है, बोरिंग है. सी देयर इज नो सैड पैराडॉक्स देन mukti giving knowledge is appearing as boring. If at all another paradox is there, is this one ki the binding worldly thing is appearing to be interesting. बंधन करने वालों में इंटरेस्ट लगना, मुक्ति देने वालों में इंटरेस्ट नहीं रहना, इन दोनों कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन से बढ़कर दूसरा और है ही नहीं. All that is because of our mismanaged mind. So when you manage the mind intellect properly, then these paradoxes will go. Binding thing we lose interest in, we get interest in the mukti giving Paramatma. That exercise everyone will have to do for themselves. Nobody else can do it for you. They can guide you. Okay, to japa upasana to get the concentration purity, and that purity and concentration of the mind intellect are to study the mantras of Vedas thoroughly, Vedanta Upanishad, so that I become clear about the Atma Tattva, and through meditation I reach it. All journeys end, all desires end, all pursuits end, all frustrations end, all struggles end, all doubts, fears, everything will end in the Atma Anubhuti. All of them are called samsara. Samsara is no more. Okay, now what is this question? What Guru answers? Tomorrow. Sarvam Sri Adi Shankara Shruti Matu Gurunam Charana Aravindarvanamastu. Om 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 Om. Just be regular in the class, try to understand little, let the bija enter, the remaining the Guru God will take care. Frustrate mat hona, dukhi nahi hona, irregular nahi hona. Bas. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Paramarshibhyo Namaha Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Namaha. Don't be late to the class. Try to manage till this Upanishad is over. You can do it. See, the fortune for us is what? Remember, fortune by us means difficulty we have. Without giving up everything and rendering into the ashramas anywhere, at our own doorsteps, this knowledge is becoming available. Can't we adjust our outer activity and our inner mind to attend to this? If you want to get moksha, what you have to ultimately do is study Upanishad only. अब कभी जाकर कहाँ कब होगा नहीं पता. अब भगवान गुरु हमको घर में दे रहे, तो how can you sacrifice or give up this thing with other bahana? This I am not asking you. Everybody should feel that sincerity alone will invoke the blessings of Guru. Is it not? Else what now? It was all small little things. When we compromise with our listening only, when will we go to the mananam level? At the mananam level, how many things again we have to compromise outer things? नहीं करोगे तो छूट जाएगा ये. When will we enter into nidhi dhyasana sthiti? When will we enter into atma anubhuti? When will we get the mukta? दसो सोच लो मैं कौन हूँ. Thanks. Now 10 minutes.